Hello yogis, welcome to my channel today. My name's Lisa and we're going to do a beautiful relaxing and stretch flow to unwind from the day and let go of any tension or stress that you're holding on to. This is suitable for all levels, but there is some intermediate moves, so if you need to modify or adapt or even use a prop, remember that's okay. We're going to start in Balasana, which is our child's pose. So I want you to find the middle of your mat. I want you to widen your knees and I want you to walk those hands out. Let those hips come back, let that body relax. I want you to allow your space between your eyebrows to simply rest on the mat. Now if the shoulders are a little tight today, you can bend the elbows ever so slightly. Or if you're feeling a little bit more open, you can walk your hands a little further away. I want you to press those hips back into space, really spreading and opening up through those sitting bones. Allow your heart to melt through. And close your eyes if you're not there already. And if it feels good, I want you to start by taking a few deep breaths in through the nose. And slow breaths out through the mouth. And again, breathe in and out. And while you sit here in Balasana, I want you to notice where you're holding on to any tension or any stress. And I want you to breathe to those areas of tightness. And as you exhale, release. Using your breath to let your mind unwind, letting go of any tension of the day, and just settling into this present moment on your mat, right here, right now. And take one final deep breath in here, just allowing your back to relax and open just a little bit more. And on your next inhale, I slowly want you to bring yourself up to seated onto the knees. Now I want you to start in tabletop position. So place your knees under the hips, spread the fingertips nice and wide, and I want you to press down into those fingertips and those knuckles, especially if you have any issues with the wrist. The feet are untucked, you're pressing strongly into the feet as well, and you're lifting up through the core. Now we're going to start with some cat-cow circles. So I want you to start to circle the hips and the head and the neck. Just getting a little movement. You can bend the elbows, you can move the head ever so gently. Again, just feeling into your body where it feels tight, where can you feel tension. And then change direction, going through the hips, the spine, the neck, the head. Beautiful. Just letting go of all that tightness and tension that we have in the body. And then reset into tabletop. Beautiful. Now we're going to bring the right leg out. So it's nice and straight. Keep the arms strong and press back on that heel. Pressing into the earth with the knuckles and the fingertips. Beautiful. Now ensure you're breathing in and breathing out, feeling a stretch in the calves and the hamstrings. Beautiful. Starting to warm up the legs. Now when we feel ready, I want you to get that right leg. I want you to bring it over towards the left. And then I want you to push the right hip back so you're looking down towards the left foot. Now a little bit of softness in the left hand, but keep the right arm strong, lifting up through the core, and you might feel a stretch in the hip and the IT band. Keep pressing that right hip back and down as you look over to that left. Beautiful. Now you're still pressing back on the right foot, feeling that strength and stability down that right hamstring and calf. Beautiful. Then we come back into center, we reset. We're gonna bring this right leg through and up towards the hands. Now this is where you might wanna grab a prop. If you wanna grab a prop, you can grab a prop. Put the hands on the floor. I want you to press into the back foot. I want you to push this left hip down towards the floor. And I want you to relax those shoulders, open up the heart. And again, if you're using a prop, you can put the block underneath your hands. And I want you to feel the stretch down the front of the hip, where the hip flexor is, the thigh. And if you don't feel it strong, think of pressing into that back foot, pressing into that knee, pushing down with the hip, giving that hip space to open. Lovely. And take another deep breath in here, just enjoying and relaxing and releasing. You hold so much tension and stress down here in the hips. Let it go. One more breath. And take another inhale as we open up a little more with our heart. And as we exhale, walk it back into your half split. As we inhale, we come back forward into our low lunge. And as we exhale, we flow back into our half split, drawing the toes towards you. Inhale, follow the movement of your breath. And exhale, move it back. And one more, inhale, come forward. And exhale, come back. Beautiful. Now inhale, come back into your low lunge. And as we exhale, push that right knee away with your right hand, allowing this left hip to drop just a little lower. Now keep this left arm strong. If you can, try to lift your chin, lifting up through the core and feeling a deep stretch in these hips. Make sure you can breathe with ease, that body can relax into your pose. Awesome, you're doing so well, guys. Now inhale, come back into center. As we exhale, we're gonna step back to downward dog. You can go into child's pose if this feels too strong. Now spread the fingers, go a little wider with the feet. Soften the knees and push those hips up towards the sky, just allowing your heart to melt through the arms. Now you're strongly pressing into the knuckles and the fingers. The shoulders are on your back like angel wings. And if you want to pedal your right and left leg, just feeling that stretch again in the hamstrings, and the calves and the ankles, and just breathing in and out, relaxing your head. Beautiful. And then from here, inhale, come back into your plank position, drop to the knees. Now you're going to walk those knees back. We're going to walk the hands forward into puppy pose. Now you want the knees under the hips, the arms nice and long, and the space between your eyebrows to rest on the mat. Still lift up through the core, press down through the toes. Beautiful. And if this is too strong, sometimes just bending the elbows and relaxing the head might be enough for you today. I take a few beautiful cleansing breaths here in puppy pose. Now you don't want to force it, you just want to release into it. So take that big breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, allow your heart to simply melt through your arms. And again, breathe in and out. And one more breath here. And release. Now inhale, slowly walk the hands in and come back into center of your mat. Untuck your toes, wrists under shoulders, lift up through the core, and as we inhale, we dip our lower back. And as we exhale, we drop the chin, we spread up through the shoulder, and we curl. Inhale as we dip, Working up the spine, lifting up through the chin, relaxing the shoulders. And as we exhale, chin comes down, we spread, we lift up through the core and we curve. Think of a little wave going up the spine. We dip ever so slightly through the back. Lift our chin and sit. Beautiful. And we're really starting to think about engaging through the core here, waking up our fire in our bellies. Inhale, dip, relax the shoulders and lift your chin. Amazing. And exhale. Perfect. Now inhale, come back into center. We're going to bring this left leg out. We're going to press back on the heel. Strong arms here, guys. Relax the shoulders. Lifting up through the core and just feeling that stretch down the hamstring, down the calf, down the ankle. Amazing. You can give it a little bit of movement if you feel you need to. Perfect. Now this left leg is going to go over to the right. And then we're going to dip that left hip down and look over towards the right side. Now again, you're going to feel a gentle stretch in the IT band, keeping the strength to the left arm, pushing that left hip down and back. I'm trying to bring the eye gaze to the right. Perfect. Breathe into the stretch, and wherever you feel that tension, that's where your breath needs to go. As you exhale, you release that tension, you release that stress, and you simply let it go. Now come back into center. Take that inhale, and then we're going to swing the left leg to the front of the mat. Readjust, recenter yourself, modify, grab your block if you need to. Now the hands are inside the foot, the right leg is long, we're pushing down into the right foot, we're relaxing the shoulders, we're allowing the heart to open, we're strong arms, amazing. Now squeeze your right bum cheek just to help the alignment of your hip. You're pressing that right hip down, allowing it to open and relax. Taking a few beautiful breaths here. This is where we hold all our emotion, our tension, our stress, all our busyness of the day is held here in the hips. So just let it go. Let it go. And take a big inhale here. And as we exhale, walk it back into your half split. As we inhale, we flow back forward, following our movement with our breath. Try and draw the toes towards you. Just take your time as you move forward and backwards, and don't rush it. Flow with your beautiful, powerful breath. Perfect. A little deeper as we move in and out. One more. Perfect. Inhale, come back into center. And as we exhale, we press this left knee away, allowing the inside of the left foot to lift. Relax the shoulders, because I wasn't doing that. And strong right arm. Lift your chin. Remember, if your neck comes toward any stage, just allow your head to drop down. Now I'm pushing that right hip down towards the earth. Feeling a gentle stretch of the right thigh and of the left inner hip. And breathing in and breathing out. Beautiful. And when we're ready to inhale, bring that leg in. We're going to step it all the way back into downward dog as we breathe it out. Give it a little bit of movement, widen your stance. You can go up onto the tippy toes, down onto the heels. Try to press those sitting bones as high into the sky as you can. And a little bit of gentle movement through the ankles. Again, you can just stay static, or if you need a little breather, you can go down into your child's pose. And while you're here in downward dog, just make sure the head feels heavy, maybe feeling as heavy as a bowling ball. Beautiful. And when you're ready to inhale again, I want you to come into your plank position. Perfect. I want you to hold it here for a few breaths, lifting up through the core, squeezing the glutes. And if you need to drop to the knees, that's fine, but keep those hips locked. Keep that core strong. Press into those arms as strongly as you can. Beautiful. And if you're on those toes, lengthen that tailbone, press back, and the heels, breathe that fire in your belly. Take 2 more breaths here, strong arms, strong cores. Keep drawing up through the tummy. And when you're ready, you inhale, we exhale, we come back to downward dog. And as we inhale, we walk forward on our mat into our forward fold. Now soften the knees, allow the head to relax. And I want you to press into all 4 corners of the feet, thinking big toe, little toe, heel. The head's relaxed. The hands on the floor, and again, you can use a block if you need a little bit of space. Perfect. Now I want you just to allow gravity to do its job here. Softening the knees is important, guys. Allow the body to relax onto your thighs. If you feel you've got a little bit more flexibility, you can start to straighten the knees a little bit, but still keep your body nice and tight. The head relax, and make sure you're not feeling too much of a stretch in the hamstrings. Just a gentle stretch in the hamstrings, but an opening of the lower back. Decompression of our lumbar vertebrae and our cervical spine. Beautiful. Take 1 more breath here. Give it a little bit of movement if you need to. Perfect. Now we're going to widen our feet so it's outside the mat. And we're going to come down into your yogi squat. So you have the option just to come to here, putting your elbows on your thighs, or if you know you've got the flexibility or you've got the prop that you need, we can come down into your yogi squat. Now you want the hands to be in namaste. We're pushing the elbows into the knees, we're opening up through the heart, and we're lengthening up through the spine. Now this can be quite strong, so there is the option if you need to drop to the floor. Sit tall, push the knees open, press down into the sitting bones, or use your block as a prop is okay to do, to sit on. Now take another couple of breaths here, really pushing into the knees, opening up through the hips, through the lower backs. Well done. And 1 more breath. Feet are flat, the spine is long. Now take an inhale, bring the hands down. As we exhale, we come back into our fold. Bring the feet a little narrower together, soften the knees, and just allow the head to relax. Now what we're going to do is bring the right foot, crisscross it behind, and then try to go over towards that left side. Now you're really pressing into the back leg. You can soften into the front leg. And all we're doing is getting a little bit into the IT band here, which connects from the hip to the knee. So really press back down to that back foot. Relax your head. Lift up through the core to support your spine. Amazing. And come back into center as you breathe it in. And the left comes behind. We then shimmy over towards the right. We relax our head, push back into the back leg, soften into the front leg. Relax your head. Take a deep breath here. And 1 more time. Come into center as you breathe it in. Breathe it out as you fold. Inhale, halfway fold, lift up through your core, nice long back. Exhale, and we soften. And then as we inhale, we slowly roll it up. Take an inhale, and exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Now I'm going to get a little bit of heat in the legs. So I want you to have your right foot forward, step back into quite a wide stance. Keeping the feet wide gives you better balance. The back foot's at 45 degrees, and we're going to come into your warrior two. So the front toes are facing forward. You sink into that front leg. You press back into this back leg. We bring those arms out. We draw that tummy under. We lengthen that spine. We relax the shoulders, and we keep sinking our weight into the front leg. Now relax the shoulders. Feel the strength and stability needed in the legs for our balance, for our posture. Perfect. Now again, make sure you're pushing this knee out so that you can see your toes and that we don't start to push back. If you need a little recovery, you can do so. Take another breath here in warrior two. And then as we inhale, exhale, come back into peaceful warrior, reaching behind you, just ensuring you're still sinking into that front leg, that front knee. You're pressing back on that back leg for strength and stability. Take another deep breath here, feeling grounded and strong in this pose. And as we inhale, we come back into warrior two, and then we're into our side angle. So we're lunging into that bottom leg again. You might want your block for your hand. Press back on this leg, sink into the front leg, pull the arms back so you can feel that strength in your postural muscles as well. Opening up through the heart and the shoulders. Beautiful, guys. Take one more breath here. If you need to, you can drop the knee down. And then from here, as we inhale, come around, turn the feet facing forward, but you're still in the wide stance. And we're going to lunge just to the right side, then to the left side, trying to push the hips back and keeping the spine long. You can use your block as a prop if you need to, right and left. Now if you want to go a little deeper, when I come to the right, I'm going to lift my left toes off the floor. As I come over to the right, left side, I'm going to lift my right. Again, that might be too strong, so just stay where you are. Lovely, feeling a deep stretch here in the inner thighs. Now I want you to turn towards the left side. Plant the back foot at 45 degrees and come up into your warrior two on the other side. So again, reposition the feet to where it feels good to you. Sink into that front thigh, relax those shoulders. Beautiful. Now you got a little bit of heat in those legs. Relax those shoulders, keep sinking down into that front knee, pushing back into that back leg. Any tension away from the shoulders. Take one more breath here. And take an inhale, and as we exhale, bring this arm back and reach into peaceful warrior. Again, just make sure we don't push away. Sink into that front leg. Lift up, reach with those fingertips. And one more breath. And from there, inhale to warrior two. Then bring this left hand to the floor and lift that right arm up into space. That's it. Now you're pushing back on the back leg, you're pulling back with that right arm. Use your block if you need space. Pull the shoulders back, really reaching up with the fingertips. Amazing. You've got one more breath here. Then from there, as we inhale, walk it around. The feet are still wide, the knees are soft, and come down into your fold. Allow your head to relax. The hands are between the feet. The knees are soft and bent. Never straightening too much that you can feel the hamstrings over pulling. So a little softness or a big softness in the knees, depending on how you feel today. Just let that head relax. Let gravity do its job. Breathing in and out. Then inhale up into a halfway fold. Exhale and soften. And then from there, we're going to turn all the way back around. Bring your feet in. And as you exhale, into a fold. Halfway fold, lift up through the core. Exhale and soften. Inhale back into a plank position. If you need to drop to the knees, you can drop to the knees. Vinyasa down, keeping the elbows in nice and tight. Untuck your toes, push into your feet, squeeze your pubic bone and your glutes. Open up through the heart into a cobra. Inhale, come down. Bring it up, squeezing your glutes. Be so careful if you have any issues with your lower back to squeeze your glutes and not go up too high. And one more. Relax the shoulders, lift up through the core. Squeeze your glutes and slowly bring it down. And bring the hands out in front. Relax your head. Give your hips a little bit of movement if you need to. Well done, guys. Okay. Now we're going to go back into a cobra. Cobra can be quite strong, guys. So if cobra is not for you, you can stay here in Sphinx. If we're in Sphinx, make sure you're not kind of slouching up through the shoulders. Push into the elbows, relax the shoulders. Push into your pubic bone, push into your feet, squeeze your bum, and that protects the lumbar vertebrae. Lift your chin. But if you want to go a little deeper with me, you can. You can push into the arms and lift up. Amazing. Now again, I'm really pressing into my feet, into my pubic bone. My back's protected. I feel no pressure here. This is great for strengthening. And then I'm going to go a little wider with my hands. Now I'm going to do some little circles. If you want to do the little circles, you can. Or you can come back to the floor and just take a little breather in your crocodile pose. Or a little child's pose, change direction. Amazing. Now from here, relax it down. Take a big breath in as you breathe out. Bring it up. Widen your legs. Exhale into child's pose. Walk those hands out. Now walk your hands down the mat. See if you can feel a deeper stretch in the shoulders, the chest. And if you want to go deeper, go onto your fingertips and lift your chin, just giving a little slight deeper stretch off the shoulders. You don't have to come here, you can just stay where you are. Amazing. One more mindful breath. And inhale, slowly bring yourself back up to tabletop position. Now you're going to take an inhale, we're going to lift that right leg out and we're going to swing the right leg forward again so it's outside the hands. You can use your block if you need to. Remember, we're pressing into that back foot and that back knee. We're relaxing the shoulders. You should find this just a little easier than we did at the start of the class. We've really worked on opening up the hips. Now, you can stay here just for a few more breaths and simply enjoy it, or we can bring the left heel up towards the bum cheek and lean slightly forward to feel a deeper stretch here in the thigh. Now again, you're pressing into your knuckles and your fingers if you feel any pressure in your wrists, or you might be holding on to a block. Now, if you want to go deeper, again, you don't have to. You can bring the right hand around, you can grab that foot and push that hip down, and then you look over that right shoulder. Now, if you feel the hip has popped back and you can't get that hip in alignment, make it easier and come back to where we were in either your low lunge or the low lunge with your heel up, out holding. And learning to listen to your body is the key. We're focusing on progress and not perfection. How we feel in a pose rather than how we look. Just enjoy it. Amazing. Now I want to bring that leg down, that left leg. And then you can come back into your half split, which is here as you breathe out. Or you can come all the way back, bringing the hip onto the heel. And then you're going to exhale and fold over that right leg. And again, if this is too strong for you, stay in your half split, or you've just got your leg forward like we did earlier in the class, or you can come with me and enjoy. Now lift up through your core, relax your head, allow your spine to round, and remember to breathe. And if this is a little too challenging in the hamstring, give your knee a little bit of a bend. One more breath. Then we're going to come all the way back as we breathe in. You're going to exhale into downward dog. You're going to take a big breath in and you're going to lift that right leg, three-legged dog, and then we're going to sweep this right leg forward in front of the body to come into pigeon pose. Now you want to walk this back leg down and sink over that front thigh. Now if you need an option, just bring the knees to 90 degrees. Line up that front shin with the front of your mat and lean forward that way. So it doesn't matter if you're not quite where I am. This is quite, again, an intermediate pose. It can be quite challenging. Now if you've got it where I am, again, you're pushing into that back foot, you're pressing into the back leg, you're pushing into the arms to keep it nice and strong. Beautiful. If you want to come deeper, take that inhale, and as we exhale, we come down onto the elbows, we relax the head. Now again, you're pressing into that back leg, and if your knees are bent at 90, you're pushing into the knee and the foot of the back leg, and that shimmies the hips, the face forward, so that you get the full benefit of your pigeon pose. You can walk those hands out a little further if you want to go a little deeper, but I want you to take just a few more breaths here. Breathing into any areas that you feel tightness or tension. Just relax. And one more breath. And inhale, bring yourself up. As we exhale, come back into downward dog. Give the dog a little walk, or remember you can go into child's pose. If it feels good for you, go into child's pose. Amazing. Now inhale when you're ready into plank. You can stay on your toes or drop to your knees. Exhale, slowly come down into your vinyasa. Inhale, squeeze your glutes, baby cobra. Exhale, release. And back up, baby cobra. Squeeze your glutes, open the heart. And release. One more. And then just relax down into crocodile. Give those hips a bit of movement, a little bit of wriggle. You're doing really good. And when you're ready, inhale, bring yourself all the way back up into tabletop. Exhale and release. And inhale, lift your left leg, swing it through into that half kneeling lunge. Again, find your position, widen the feet if you need to, push into your back leg, open up through the heart, and remember to use a prop if you need to. Now you're pressing into that back leg to feel that deeper stretch. You're relaxing the shoulders. Mine like to come up, but I have to really think about relaxing them. Perfect. Now we can bring that right heel up towards the bum when you feel ready. A wee slight forward lean will make it a little deeper. Feeling that stretch along that right thigh. Always try to relax your head. Always try to find your breath. And remember, if you want to, you can try to grab that back leg, sinking that hip down, pulling that left shoulder back, and looking over that left shoulder. And again, if you're in this pose, make sure you can breathe. If you're finding it difficult to find your breath, you've maybe pushed too deep or too far, you can just come back out of it and hold it wherever feels good for you. Now take another breath here. You might even use a strap. Perfect, guys. Now from there, relax that right leg down. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, you can come back into your half split or sit back on that hip with the left leg straight, and then you're going to fold over that left leg. And again, it can be strong in the knees, so just be mindful, readjust wherever feels most comfortable for you. Allow the spine to round, the head to relax, and just find your breath. Using your breath to get out of tension, to let go of stress, to let go of the day. And one more deep breath here. Now inhale, come slowly back up. And as we exhale, we're going to push back into downward dog. Then you're going to inhale, lift your left leg, swing it through, swing it in front of the body, walk that right leg back. Remember, readjust it if you need to into your pigeon. Lift up through the core, press back on that back leg, squeeze your right bum cheek to help set your position. And remember to modify, you would just bring the knees to 90 degrees and lean forward over that front leg. That's it. And keep pressing back on that back leg. Relax the shoulders and lift your chin. Amazing. If you want to go deeper, you can exhale down onto the elbows, relaxing your head. Beautiful. Again, you can walk it deeper, you can just relax where you are. Remember to modify and adapt, just so it feels good to you. Breathing in through the nose, and out through the mouth. And one more breath here. Inhale, bring yourself up. Exhale, downward dog. Pressing the weight in the back of the body. Relaxing your head. Pressing into the fingers and the knuckles. And taking another deep breath here. Inhale into plank. Exhale slowly down. Inhale, baby cobra. Squeeze your glutes, open up through the heart. And exhale, the child's pose. Then inhale slowly, come up onto the knees. Now we're going to come into the center of our mats. We're going to bring these legs out in front and bring your feet together. Perfect. Now, this is your seated butterfly pose. So I want you to bring them in as close or as far as you need to. Sometimes people need a little bit more space. Sometimes we can come in a little closer, the feet are touching. I want you to take an inhale, allow those knees to drop down. You're pressing into your sitting bones. And I want you to bring the hands forward. Now you'll not go very far, so don't worry. Lift up through the core. Then I want you to bring the hands to the right side. Relax your head, still making sure both sitting bones are grounded. Yep. Awesome, just feeling a little bit of stretch in the back and the hips. Beautiful, lift up through the core. And you're gonna walk around to the left side, relax your head. Breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. And one more. Now come back into center as you breathe in. Walk your feet a little further away. You can either just allow your head to come down as you exhale, or you can bring the hands under the legs, wrap them to the outside of the feet. Press back with your tailbone and try to get your head towards your feet. Now you can give yourself a gentle pull with the arms, but make sure wherever you are, it feels good, you can breathe, you've got space. Just let go. Just relax. And just take a few more breaths here. Beautiful. Just relax, stretch it out. Perfect. One more final breath. And slowly bring yourselves all the way up. Bring those feet and just crisscross your legs. Take an inhale as we come up. We're going to twist towards the right side. So the left hand's going to come to the right knee and we come to the right side. We inhale, come back into center, and we exhale and twist the opposite way. Inhale back up. Exhale and twist, pulling the shoulders together, reaching. Inhale and exhale. And one more each side. Breathe it in as you reach and rise. Hands press. Breathe it out as you rotate. And one more inhale. And breathe it out. Inhale up. And exhale and fold. One breath here. One breath go. Slowly bring it up and we're going to shimmy into the center of our mat and just lie down. Take your time. Now inhale into your long straight. And then exhale, bring the right knee in. Now you want to really lengthen through this left leg. If it doesn't work for you, you can bend that left knee. Press your lower back into the floor. And if you want to go a little deeper, take an inhale, and as we exhale, we straighten that right leg, just grabbing wherever you can. Draw the toe down towards you, pressing up through the heel. Amazing. And again, just doing this might take any pressure off your back if you just bend that left knee and ground that left foot, but if it feels good, nice long leg. Now I'm going to take an inhale And as I exhale, see if you can pull it a little closer. Then breathe in. And as we breathe out, we're going to bring this right leg out towards the side, just opening up through the hip, but just ensure this left hip stays grounded, that left shoulder stays grounded. Good work. You're really pressing down to that heel of the right foot. Take another breath in here. Breathe it out. You can grab wherever you can. And then bring the knees in. And exhale into long straight. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. And then inhale, bring the left knee in. Finding length to the right leg. Pressing down to the lower back, opening up the hips. Perfect. Now you can stay here. Or you can take that big breath in, and as you breathe out, we straighten that left leg. Grabbing it in your thigh or your calf, pressing up through the heel to get a little bit more length. Again, you can ground the right foot if that feels better for your back. But if the right leg is straight, really create length as we hold for another breath. Now take a big breath in. And as we breath out, allow this left leg to come out to the side, keeping this right hip anchored, this right shoulder, this right hand. Feeling a gentle stretch maybe here in the left hip. Beautiful. We've got it, guys. One more breath. You can grab your big toe if you've got better flexibility today. Then slowly inhale, bring those knees in. Exhale, bring them up into Dandasana. And then we're going to come out with both legs. So your aim to grab the toes. But you might be bending the knees and just feeling a gentle stretch here in the inner thighs. Support them if you need to. If you can go that little deeper, you're grabbing your toes. You're pressing down and you're opening up through those legs. You can feel both of those adductors really stretching the groin area. The lower back is grounded, the tailbone is pressing down, the back is grounded. Just take another 2 full breaths here. Again, you might be grabbing a little lower in the leg. It doesn't matter where you are. Take another deep breath in. Bring those legs in as we inhale. And bring the knees to 90 degrees. Bring the hands out to the side, the palms are down. Use your core to slowly release the knees to the right. And bring your eye gaze to the left in your twist. And to make this harder, you would bring this top leg up a little higher. To make it easier, walk your legs down your mat. And again, use your breath to allow your body to relax. Feeling calmer. Feeling all that tension is gone. And when you're ready to breathe in again, use your core to lift those knees up. And we breathe out as we rotate to the left, bringing the eye gaze to the right. Finding your breath, noticing how your body feels. Relaxing the whole entire body using your breath. And then use your inhale to come back into center. And exhale, bring those legs out. Now again, if the lower back doesn't like this, you can bend your knees and ground your feet. Turn the palms facing up. Allow your fingers to curl. Give your armpits space to breathe. Give yourself a little shimmy or support. I want you to lie here just for a few breaths with your eyes closed. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in, stomach and rib cage expands. And exhaling and releasing. Noticing how grounded and calm and relaxed you feel. Just let go. I want you to take another few breaths here where you are. Noticing how completely at ease you feel. You've given yourself the time to tune in, to stretch, and to release both your body and mind today. And remember, this isn't about perfection, but it's about presence. Take another deep breath in and a slow breath out. And I want you to carry this calm and strength with you through the rest of your day today. I take one final deep breath in through the nose, stomach and rib cage expands. And as you breathe out, allow your eyes to open. The lights flood in. There's the clothes on your skin. And I want you to just bend your knees if you're not there already and slowly roll in that fetal position onto your side, maybe cradling the side of your head. And then slowly press yourself up into a seated position. Take your time. Press into your sitting bones, lift up through your core. And take a big deep breath in as you lift and rise, hands press. Bring the hands to the heart and give yourself a little bow. Namaste. Thank you for moving with me today. Don't forget to like this and subscribe to my videos if you're looking for more. Thank you, everyone.